Hello, Poland, Warsaw. um, just here in my hotel room. Um, just woke up from, oh God, like 12 hours of sleep, maybe. um, yeah, got here at like 11. Oh, yeah, stay. Um, got here at like 11 o'clock at night last night. Uh, hey, last one. Uh, oh, it was a heck of a day. Um, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning, as soon as curfew's over, I'm heading out my apartment in Kiev. Uklon for the taxi. Get the taxi. Get to the train station. It's like, crap. None of this says where the train's at. So I had to find somebody to tell me what platform to go to. Get on the train. It's like, okay, I can sleep a little bit on the train. No. I like the old. When I went to Kiev, I had the old train car. Okay, it was hot in there, but it was a steadier ride, so I was able to sleep. This time I was in one of the new train cars, and that thing bounced and shook, and oh, I'd fall asleep and then I'd bounce awake. Hey, Lynn. Oh, hey, Sally. Um, yeah, I got you guys on my other phone, so. Um, so I got maybe combined like 2 hours of sleep on that entire train ride. Um, and then we get to the border, and I don't know what was going on, but something was going on. Like they pulled a couple people off the train, and it took like 2.5 hours just to get through the Ukrainian side. Another 45 minutes to get through the Poland side, and I'm sitting there stressing because in my mind, Europe is ahead time, not behind. So I'm thinking Poland's an hour ahead from what my phone says. And I'm thinking I missed my next train from Helm to Warsaw, and I'm like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? Because I don't have a reservation. I can't even look up a hotel room because as soon as we crossed the border, neither phone worked. Um, my Ukrainian phone stopped working, and my U.S. phone doesn't work in Europe either. So, bleh. And then I realized, no, they're not an hour ahead, they're an hour behind. Like, oh, thank you. Because when we got into the Poland, the phone's updated and the time went back. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. um, yeah, good morning. It's not morning here. It is, oh, almost 5 o'clock. So yeah, so I missed, or I got to my train with about 13 minutes to spare because of the delays at the border. Okay, I got on the train. I was happy. Um, I'm sitting there trying to sleep in because Poland has the sit up ones, they don't have the beds. So I'm sitting there trying to get comfortable in this chair that's made for skinny people, and I'm like, so it wasn't until like an hour before, well, not even that, like less than an hour before um, I was supposed to get off in Poland or in Warsaw. I finally got comfortable enough to, and I missed my stop. It was actually a good thing that I missed my stop. Um, I ended up getting off at Centralia, the central rail station in Poland, and go out. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. Um, get out of the train station, and oh, I have Wi-Fi available through the Hyatt that's right across the way. All right, fine. Oh, nice. I don't have to find a cab because I can just hop the tram and go right to my hotel. I'm like, yes. So yeah, it was train station, tram, hotel. Perfect. Uh, I know, Sally, but um, so yeah, I got here. I got to my hotel about 11 o'clock at night. I hadn't eaten. Well, okay. This is this is the mentality of Ukrainians. Didn't know the people on the other side of the compartment from Adam. Um, he was come. A mother and her son were coming to Poland because he was getting his certification in Polish language. Um, and he spoke English, and I offered to practice with him and did it. So we talked the whole trip. But not knowing me from Adam, they invited me to share their meals that they brought with them on the train, and it was such good food. I'm going to miss the food definitely. Yes, I know where you're at, bro. Uh, Okay, must not be to me. I don't. Anyway, so yeah, this mother and her son shared their food with me on the train. Not It was really good homemade stuff. Well, and so and the other thing I wanted to talk about was like, okay, either Kiev spoiled me, or it's just they're that better off in Kiev than the rest. Because okay, comparing capital Warsaw, capital Ukraine, Kiev. Hey, Bella Coward, I used to live in Glendale. Um, Anyways, you get on the tram, and of course, yes, they make the announcements of your next stop's this in Ukrainian, but then they do it in English. And that's on the tram, that's on the metros, that's even the marshrutkas, the little local buses, um, they have information in English. Um, I get on the train here in Poland, the transfer in Helm, and nothing in English. Um, like, not a thing. Like, please don't lean on the doors in on the on the metro in Kiev. Nothing, no exit, no nothing. It's just Polish. And get off the train, or no announcements in English, none of that, none, just Polish. So okay, fine, whatever. Get off, get to the train station, and the same thing. Signs are only in Polish, no other language, no. So it's like, okay, which way do I get out? Go this way. Nope, that's wrong. Nope, that's good. No, because like in the U.S., exit signs are red. Oh, you need to exit this way. The exit sign. Oh, okay. It took me about 15 minutes of wandering around the train station to realize the exit signs here are green. Oh, good to see you too, Red Earth. Hey, Dimitru. Sorry. Um, so yeah, it wasn't until I got to the hotel that the hotel actually has stuff in English. So they'll have Polish and then English. There's a few things that, like minor things that are wrong with the hotel, but I guess it's hotels. Um, so yeah, that it was just an experience. Um, Definitely prefer Kiev over Warsaw just because of the. It, okay, I'm learning Ukrainian. I figured I was going to be completely lost here, but like Ukrainian and Polish is similar enough. I can pick up parts of conversations, but when I'm trying to read, I might as well be trying to read Welsh. Um, oh, I don't really even want to think about the cost of the whole trip. Way more than I expected, but I got a lot more done than I expected too. There's like 200 bucks I had to spend extra because to get a .ua um, web address, you have to have a trademark. So yeah, I got my trademark sent in, waiting for that to get approved, and then I can get my .ua um, web address and get that part of it going. So that's going to be good. Um, but then I like overdid it with some stuff because like okay, I know classical music isn't everybody's game. I don't like listening to it on the radio or what have you, but in person, it's a different experience. Um, when somebody's playing the the violin 3 feet away from you, it's much different experience than just clicking a radio button or YouTube or what have you. Um, so like I went to the Philharmonic 2 or 3 times. I went to 2 operas, um, 3 different ballets. So high end stuff, but like you go to the Philharmonic in the U.S. and it's like a $500 ticket, and you're in the back aisle, you know. But like it was like $10, if that, like 300 for even to go to the Philharmonic. Um, so yeah, I kind of overspent there. I should have gone to the grocery store more and made food, but walking around all over. I was I was tired when I got home. So yeah, I ordered delivery a lot, way too much, and so yeah, I spent a lot. Um, just on like food and travel and all that kind of stuff. I've ooh, upwards of 3K just on my personal stuff, not the business side. Um, yeah, that's business side is a little bit higher. I'll just say that. um, if I put pen to paper on it, I'll let you guys see the horror story. Uh, yeah, it was about 1K a month, um, like 300 a month for rent. Um, and that included the utilities, but even with getting delivery, I was probably spending 20, 30 bucks a day on food. Um, I'm not sure you could do that grocery shopping in the U.S. So, I mean, I could have saved more. I could have, you know, the thought crossed my mind that yeah, I could have, ate at home for like $5 a day, and sent that other 25 bucks to the ZCU. But then it clicked in my head that okay, maybe I'm not sending that 25 extra bucks to the ZCU, but that business gets extra profit. That profit goes to pay taxes. Somebody has a job. More than one person gets a job from it, and if you understand economics, you know that money spent in an economy doesn't just count that one time. It rolls over and accumulates, and that's why you know spending 500 bucks from the tax man in the U.S. when they give that $500 rebate boosts the economy so much, because that 500 bucks isn't just, well, no, I was doing trickle out. uh, but I'm trying to put it in layman's terms, but it's hard to do. Um, I hope you guys understand, and I'll just leave it at that. There's plenty of other stuff besides pork. Um, there's a big vegetarian community in Kiev, for one, if you don't want meat at all. But um, there's so much stuff that's just okay. Yeah, the sallow, but there's also a big beef culture, barbecue culture, um, chicken. They call them burgers, but they're not burgers. They're chicken sandwiches. But yeah, you can sit there and order a burger and get a nice chicken patty, and oh, so don't be afraid to go to Kiev because you don't like pork. Yeah, it gushed out of the pockets like mud. Um, so yeah, just because you don't like pork, nah, just go. Um, I've had two other people tell me that they're going to Kiev because of the stuff I've shown, and that really hits my heart when they told me that, because it means I'm having just the more of an effect than what I did there, what I spent there. Um, that's two more people that are going to go there, share what they've done, do what they do. That's I sat down and figured it out. Like, one American going to Ukraine and spending money there for a month is like five people um, that have a job because of that one person went there. So I kept five people employed for 3 months. That's how I have to look at it. Oh, that's funny to me because I don't know if you guys remember the Outback commercials. Um, you know, I'm sorry, Aussies, but we have this restaurant that we say is Australian in America called Outback Steakhouse. But anyways, one of their commercials, they had this big steak on a plate, and they put like a piece of garnish in the middle of the steak, like one little string of leaves, and Australian for salad. Um, Crap, I totally lost my train of thought with that when that popped in my head. um, oh, that's another big difference between Kiev and Warsaw. Um, the hotel I'm in, it's about half a kilometer to anything. Um, I wanted to go get groceries. It's 600-kilometer walk. If I want to go eat, I got a choice of McDonald's or McDonald's. That one's 500 meters and that one's 700 meters. In between, there's nothing. Um, it's just like a row of hotels here by the airport. I was in some little tiny, you know, suburb of Kiev. Walk down my apartment and there's a store like right downstairs. Oh, there's a store across the street. There's a cafe just up the street from me. There's another cafe behind a building, two buildings behind me. And here, it's just like the U.S. You have to have a car. So yeah, and that's the thing is like there's old. You still have the old Soviet style infrastructure here. Um, there's abandoned Soviet buildings just like there is in Kiev, and it's like visually there's not a lot of difference other than Ukraine does English better than Poland, so Kiev's set up better for visitors. Point blank. Um, Warsaw, if you're going to come here, at least be able to read some of the signs, because otherwise you're going to get lost. And being lost isn't a bad thing, but being lost when you have a timetable sucks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you have a headache, Sally. Um, I do hope you feel better. Okay, that's one thing I didn't think about mentioning before, but Ukraine doesn't have ice packs like we have. Um, you know, you want an ice pack, you get one of those, bottle thingies or the bag things, put ice in it, and so if you want a good business in Ukraine, start up one of those little businesses that make those gel ice packs and make some money. Uh, oh, I have to say that everything's, it's a big city, but everything's really local. Like some of the bigger things you have to travel for, like the epicenter or the metro, um, you have to travel for those. But um, like within 500 meters of my apartment, there was three Ukra post offices, um, and two Nova Postas. So if I wanted to mail a letter and wanted to go to this grocery store instead of that one, it's just it's set up better for not having to have a vehicle. Um, so like you can go to Kiev just fine and not rent a car. If I was going to stay in Warsaw, after just being here one day that I've been, I'd want a car. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that because once this stream's over, I'm going to walk to the far McDonald's, grab dinner, come back, and I'm going to pass out for another couple hours because I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning again and go again tomorrow. And that's going to be a long day. So 5:30 to the at the airport. Um, get through security, see how that goes because I don't remember the airport at all. I was in such a fog when I got from the airport. It was. So I'm gonna have to figure out the airport, get to my flight, um, then fly to Helsinki, and then I'm in Helsinki for a couple hours, and then fly to Chicago, and in Chicago a couple hours, then fly to Sioux Falls, and I get into Sioux Falls at 11 o'clock at night. So from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. But it's more than that because there's a 7 hour time difference. So, 16 hours, 18 hours plus 7, 25 hours in airports and planes and ugh. If I can get Wi-Fi at the airport, if I can get Wi-Fi at the airport, I'll do a stream from Helsinki. But as is, I don't, I can't do anything unless I have internet, Wi-Fi access. Um, yeah, I could do streams walking around Kiev because my Ukrainian phone. Yes, the yellow phone's my Ukrainian phone. Um, I got a blue-green cover on my U.S. phone, so. um, Yes, it is possible to bring a car over the Polish-Ukrainian border. Um, are you talking about renting one or like buying one and driving it across? Because there's different answers for each situation. Um, okay, if you're bringing your personal car, uh, it's really easy to bring it across if you're only staying for like 2 months. Um, it's just, okay, it's your car here, you have a driver's license, here you go. Um, if you're staying for longer than 2 months, they want you to register the vehicle in Ukraine, and that's where it starts getting to be a hassle. Um, what you can do to avoid that is, like, the day before your 2 months is up, drive back, like, um, go through the Ukrainian side, turn around, come back through, and then you got another 2 months on your vehicle that you don't have to worry about. Don't ask how I know this, just I know. um, Bringing in a car permanently to Ukraine is a hassle. Um, but it is worth it. Uh, you Ukraine has a tariff on the engine capacity, so it's like 1,000 US per liter or something like that. So like a 1.9 liter vehicle will cost you 1,900 to bring into Ukraine. Um, no, you can enter yourself. You can enter, like, I could come in for 90 days, no problem, as a person. But as a vehicle, I think it was 2 months that they wanted that vehicle to be registered in Ukraine. So, or not registered, but like a special little ticket you needed or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it's just a fee for having the vehicle in Ukraine for more than 2 months. No, like I said, if you're just bringing it in for 2 months, um, there's no charge. There's nothing. If you're bringing it in for, like, you're gonna stay for the full 3 months, they want you to buy a special permit for like $25. So if you want to avoid paying that $25, you just drive it out and back in. Um, or maybe it was 2 years. No, it was I. I'll have to look it up when I get home. I'll tell you more. But if you want to import it and register the vehicle permanently in Ukraine, it's 1,000 US per liter of the engine. So if you have a little small car and you want to take it to Ukraine, it's going to cost you, a 1.5 liter will cost you 1,500 bucks US. Um, but like I said, it's worth doing because, like, the car I was looking at that I wasn't able to purchase was a 1.9 liter 2006 Opel Astra. Um, that vehicle in Poland sells for about 5 to 1,000 bucks in Poland, and okay, it'll cost you like 2,000 bucks to import it into Ukraine. But that vehicle in working condition in Ukraine, they're selling for about $5,000 to $6,000. So you can almost double your money bringing vehicles in, as long as all the paperwork gets right and you don't have to go out and back in and out and back in, and of course gas and stuff to drive here. But yeah, if you want to check out vehicles in Poland, um, and Ukraine, check out OLX.ua or .pl, and you can look up cars and compare the prices yourself. Um, Pretty easy to do. Uh, yeah, I've learned a lot because I'm trying to do I'm trying to figure out what I can do with the budget I have, um, and where I'd be most effective. And so I've looked into a lot of things, and it's like, okay, um, yeah, I didn't think about that. Night and I can from Sweden. I'll call you from Sweden. um, that's a good idea. Spring break. He is stoked by all. Ooh, neat. See that? It was a big culture shock for me going from my little tiny town to Kiev that has more people than 3 times more people than my entire state. So that was a bit of a culture shock for me, but I think I did well with it. I'm glad I did the trip to Kiev, and I really liked it. I didn't think I'd like a big city again after leaving Phoenix, Glendale area. Um, okay, I understand that now. Trees are people too. If East Coasters are in such a hurry, why is a New York minute so long? Um, oh yeah, and I definitely missed the prices in Ukraine, because like you could get uh what do they call them here? Oh, the Royale with cheese. You can get the Royale with cheese meal in Kiev, and it costs you about $6. Um, Poland is about $9, but so yeah, it's a little more expensive, but not quite as expensive as the States. But what really gets you here is like the sodas, bottled drinks. Oh man, like I get like a liter and a half of lemonade in Ukraine, and it was like 43 hryvnia, 40, yeah, 43 hryvnia, and that was my main drink besides tea there. My main cold drink, I should say. Um, but yeah, it's like $1.10 for 1.5 liters of lemonade. Get here and a little tiny Coke that, I could wrap my hand around and have fingers over crossover. It's let me look here. 0.25 liters. 0.25 liter Coke here is $1.25. And that's the cheap option. Like, a half liter bottle of water is $1.50. And it's like you can get. I got 6 liter bottle of water in Ukraine, and it cost me 38 hryvnia. It's like not even $1. And here, so yeah, I definitely like the prices in Ukraine better than Poland. Um, McDonald's is about the same taste wise. Um, but if you do come to Poland, the McDonald's here have what they call a Wheeze or a Wise burger. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Weiss. Polish letters I don't get. If they wrote it in Ukrainian, I could probably read it better. Um, but yeah, it's just weird having because Polish sounds a lot like Ukrainian. So I'm hearing Ukrainian, but like on the teleprompter for the bus, I'm seeing English letters, and it's like, that doesn't make sense. Uh, Sorry, I forgot to keep my cables are too short. Well, see, that's the thing is, yeah, Kiev's a big town, but like, if you're not in Podil or like downtown, by the I joke around that I need to come up with a name for a new language. Like the Ukrainians call the mixture between Ukrainian and Russian. They have a word for it. We need to come up with a word for a mixture of English and Ukrainian. So yeah, down by the Vauxhall or train station, and like over to Poldil, it's like any other downtown, but you get like just outside of that, and it's a very small town feel. Um, like you get to know the people at the shop you go to. You get to know your marshrutka drivers, and it has a really small town feel. And I was in the Solomensky excuse me. I was in the Solomensky district, and I know I'm not saying that right. I'll get it. I'll get it. But like each little neighborhood is like a little small town, and they're just all nestled together. You know. So yeah, it had a lot of small town charm to it, but with big city access. Okay, it's kind of like it's kind of just like a normal hamburger, but they have horseradish on it. So you get the normal hamburger, but then you get that horseradish. And like one of the options for all the meals here, like McDonald's, is you can get a salad instead of fries. That's I like that. I'm stuck trying to figure out one of the words in that sentence, Sally. No, I still can't get it. Sorry. So, yeah, I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. Um, my stomach's starting to tell me it's time to go eat. But if you guys have any questions or want me to do anything while I'm here, within reason. Um, oh, man who's not in chat, but he gave me an idea on Discord. Um, I got all these photos of Kiev and some photos of the countryside in Ukraine on the train and Poland, and I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna take some pictures around South Dakota, and I'm gonna start a video series on YouTube called Ukraine, Poland, or South Dakota. And just show a couple pictures, and you guys get to guess where that picture's from. And I don't know, I thought it'd be cool, and I hope you guys like it. Whether you guys say you like it or not, I'm gonna do it. So, um, I'm not gonna say what I want to say for that. For that. Oh, I misread that. Um, yeah, that's definitely out. But I first read twerking, and no, I jiggle too much. Maybe when I don't jiggle so much, I'll twerk. But thanks, Dr. Tuso. Mm, glad to see you here. Um, oh yeah, I'm not worried about getting home, but it's going to be interesting because I've already had my I don't want to say PTSD, but PTSD moment. I'm laying here in bed and someone slams the door in the other hotel room, and it sounded enough like an explosion in Kiev that I'm like, time to go to the shelter. Oh wait, no, no, I don't need to go to the shelter. Just someone slamming the door. Okay. So, yeah, there's we'll have to see how that goes, but thankfully there I haven't heard any motorcycles here in Warsaw. So I'm waiting to hear that motorcycle rev up from the stop and see because it sounds almost exactly like the start of the air siren warning, and it made me jump all the time in Kiev. Uh, wouldn't say jump, but like, oh no, okay, it's not an air alert. It's just motorcycle. So yeah, I hate motorcycles. Not Harleys. Harleys have a different sound. I'm talking about like the rice rockets. Yeah, Dakotas are very beautiful. I love where I'm at there, but I'm on a fixed income, and I will be for the rest of my life. Um, I told you guys that like my legs are feeling better, but I still have that pain in my back. Mm, um, it'll probably never go away. Um, so yeah, at least I'm able to walk farther, but I still have to stretch. Okay, pop. Oh, move that disc back into place. Mm, yeah, I saw the storm chasers were out. I didn't look to see where because I was just exhausted. Oh, and if anybody does want to start a business in Ukraine, I got a great idea for you after the war. Um, right along the Dnieper River, it's between like Mykolaiv and Odessa. There's a town called Milovi. But if you just look at the spelling in English, it's my love. Somebody needs to start like a wedding chapel honeymoon resort there. It has the perfect name. It's right on the river. You know, it'd be a great spot. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to call my ex when I get back to the U.S. and tell her, okay, fine, she was right. I can sleep through a war because I slept through a couple air raids and one missile being blown up over my apartment. I was awake for a couple of the others though. Oh no, not just a B&B. You can do a B&B too, but like okay, do a B&B and get somebody else to do the wedding chapel and you know stuff like that. Like get a little pontoon barge that you float off the oh god. I am having such a brain fart with English. Like the picture in my mind because there's like a little cove that the Dnipro came into when the dam was there. And in my mind, I pictured like a little, floating dock with, arch and like having weddings out on that dock on the Dnipro reservoir. It'd be like, yeah, that was a picture in my mind. So one person does the B&B, one person does the chapel, person does like you know boat rentals or jet ski rentals, and let's make that a little resort town. But yeah, look it up on the map. It's the perfect location because Odessa has the international airport. It's right between Odessa and Mykolaiv. It'd be a perfect location. Um, I'm having another brain fart. I'm sorry. I I am I am really hungry. Explain why. Okay. So I got to my hotel here last night at 11 o'clock. Ran down to McDonald's hoping, put my stuff in the hotel room. Ran down to McDonald's hoping they were still open, and they were. But besides like a little sandwich that they could spare, I hadn't eaten anything since the morning I left. So like 4:30 in the morning, I had like half an egg sandwich. Bottom piece of bread, egg, cheese. Bottom piece of bread, egg, cheese. So I had two of those, and that was pretty much it until they shared like half a sandwich and some peanuts on the train with me. So I was happy to get that. So I was starving. Ran down there, got my hamburger and salad, and came back, passed out. And I woke up. Okay, I woke up at like 9 o'clock this morning. I was up for like 45 minutes and then went right back to bed and woke up about 2 hours ago. Showered, went outside, relaxed a little bit. It's like, okay, now my stomach came up here, started streaming, and now my stomach's just telling me, okay, food. And that's about all my brain is telling me right now. So I apologize if I'm distracted or... Let me move. That's a little better. See, that what you do is sell package deals. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Fourth wedding's free. Sorry, that's a bad joke. I got you beat last one. There's only 5 I haven't. I'm glad I started it blonde. I want people to do this. I want people to, support Ukraine. And if you want to start a business there and start doing that business there, go for it. I have other ideas that I'd love to see there. Everybody's jumping on, oh, I want to invest in the drone manufacturing. It's like, okay, yeah, but as soon as the war's over, the drone business is going to fall off. So it's not a long-term business. Yes, it will help Ukraine. Yes, it's a much-needed business right now. But, they have, I think someone told me 37 drone manufacturers in Ukraine right now. If the war stops, those businesses are going to weed themselves down. Oh, yeah. The wedding business is always going to boom. The other thing I need to do is like get the number for the corporate office of like Six Flags or something. Because I didn't realize that Ukraine does not have like an amusement park. They don't have a roller coaster. So, yeah, we need to get like Six Flags or somebody to go in there and put an amusement park in with a nice roller coaster. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii. beach bummed it for a week in Hawaii. I haven't been to Alaska. Um, I have not been to Montana, Maine, Vermont, and Connecticut. That's my five. So yeah, that's the 5 states I haven't been in the U.S. Well, Tony, you want to help picking one out? I I I got it down on how to find places. But like just so you know, like 150,000 US in Odessa, that's not a cabin. That's like a mansion. Um, the place in Odessa I was looking at was 145,000. Um, 7 bedrooms, 5 baths, pool, sauna, jacuzzi. It was a nice place. Marble floors, whole 9 yards. Um, yeah, they have like merry-go-rounds and stuff like that, but no roller coaster. Um, at least that's what my friend told me. So maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to ask Rick, and have Rick show me on the map or something. No, but you could run a nice bed and breakfast for foreigners out of it. Okay. Oh, so you haven't touched like the Southwest. Um, if you want to do New Mexico and Arizona, um, fly into Albuquerque, rent a car with unlimited miles, drive down and take the 40 through the mountains in through White Plains and the mountains there. But do it in winter. Don't do it in summer. You'll die. It's too hot. But yeah, you'll go over the mountains through Tucson, up from Tucson to Phoenix. It's a really nice drive in the winter or the spring, but you get summertime where it's 90 plus. Nope. Okay, I'll definitely get a hold of you again on Discord and talk to you, Tone. Okay. My dyslexia is kicking in and I'm having trouble reading chat. I'm sorry. Um, oh, yeah, Russians building a roller coaster would be interesting. Yeah, I think I need food. I need caffeine. Um, Unfortunately, there's no coffee shops near me, so I think it's going to be a soda. Food, soda, sleep. and then get up and do it all, start it all over again tomorrow morning. So, it'll probably be Sunday afternoon before you guys see me again. So, have a good weekend. Stay safe and Slava Ukraini.